I'm going live. I'm live. Hi, can you see me? I thought I was in pretty good light, but it looks so dark. Let me try a little extra light here. As long as you can all hear me, I hope so. Well, I had a pretty good day. A little bit of a rough night, and I'll tell you why. Because I had the exterminator here the other day, but we're having problems. So I've been fighting them off. It must be some kind of weather coming. I'm going to make myself look a little more presentable. I mean, you know, as best as I can be since I was chasing down. So, which is disgusting. And I'm sorry to share that with you, but I want to be real. So today we're talking about finds the best revenge is to walk away. And of course, I would if I could. I'm hoping that some of you are checking it out. I did send a lot of invites. I don't even know if you're all online, but hey, it's a start. And I would like to get people here because I'd like to have some talking and stuff like that. It'd be nice. But I do go through my Substack. Please subscribe to it. I don't think I put it this time to link to, but I will. I'll put it in there. So we're talking about day 7. Yes, I'm behind because it is technically really, and here's my calendar to prove it. Today is really day 13, and I'm going to do another one tonight. So I'm doing day 7 now, and then I'll do day 8. And maybe in the early mornings, which would be really next day, maybe I'll do 9, 10, maybe even 11 throughout tomorrow. That'll get me almost up, and I'll be close. So I wanted to do this. Excuse my hand, because I wanted to make sure you can see me, because I'm very, very relaxed. I don't know what position I'll be sitting in. I'm just hiding. Don't look at my junk in the back. It is terrible. I need to clean, obviously, but I'm not dirty, gross. Okay, none of this is gross stuff. It really isn't. The roaches are from just because people get them. It's New York. Shouldn't have been this bad. The exterminator should have come sooner, but I finally complained enough that they came. So like I said, you don't have to slam doors. This has been a whole week of talking about walking away when you need to and being your own person. Next week, you'll really love, well, next week, tomorrow, today, tonight at about 11. So be sure to come back if you didn't get in here. I think I said it, so now the chat will be saved and people can read what I'm saying. So when I chat, I'm going to say hello. And I am in a very odd position, but there's a lot of reasons. Like I said, don't want something crawl. You can leave in any way you need to. Yes, I'm living in a place that kind of drains me emotionally to some degree, and definitely mentally. Been for a long time. My energy is coming back because I decided to be me, and I will be out of here soon. I do need you and your help. Subscribe down. You know, this is my YouTube. I have a lot to offer you, and I'm going to offer it to you to help you out of your pain, which I've been doing, and I'm hoping that's gotten a lot of you out of pain in situations. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you got to run, not run. I would say walk, take your time. Don't make too, you can do what you need to do. And you are allowed to walk away. It's the best revenge. There's no other way to get even. I've had people ask me, and many of us coaches have been asked, what do you do about a narcissist? And a lot of people want revenge. There's an old saying that you've probably seen all over the place. When you plan to revenge your brother or whoever it is, dig 2 graves because you're killing yourself. The best revenge is to do better, but the best revenge is to walk away. Don't be in their life. The narcissist wants control of you, and not just narcissists, but anybody who's toxic to you. They want control. They want you to do their bidding. And if you're doing their bidding and they coerce you or, whatever way they do it, like I said, there are fatal flaws, which we've talked about in the past 7 days, 6 days, day is 7. And by this, me putting this up here. And by the way, when I do those cover pages, those were actually taken the day that they were supposed to be taken. So I'm literally taking a picture each day to see how I change as I head on 62. Not that I would change that much in 62 days, but it's interesting just to have it. So I take a picture a day and just put it on the day 7, day 6, even on my Substack, you'll see a picture from that very day. So I'm on time with those because I've managed to get a picture each day since July 28th. And in fact, once a year, I always try to take a picture on the 28th because my birthday is September 28th. It's just a weird thing I do. Not that I care, but watching myself age. So I have for a few years tried to hit the 28th of each month to see how I change monthly throughout a year. And some pictures have been lost due to crashed hard drives that one day maybe I'll get back. And yeah, so I don't know, but I do have quite a few years back. I think I got most of the 2020s from my birthday. I always take a picture of my birthday, at least I try to. And, you know, as you can see, I'm doing this right now, sans makeup. Sometimes I fake my way through it. I have a makeup app that sometimes I use. Sometimes I actually put on makeup, but you'll know by watching some of the lives. I don't wear a lot of makeup because when I've done acting, and I do acting, I just haven't had a gig in a while. Did a lot of acting in 2020 during the pandemic, strangely enough, but I had the shots pretty quickly once they came out that I could take them, my age range and everything. I worked a lot then, and one of them still hasn't been released. It's on the Internet Movie Database. Hello, Mike, if you're around. I actually invited him to this chat. Not that I've ever seen him come to a chat or that, you know, but he and I talked a lot about Neville Goddard. I don't know if he's still a follower or if he even really got that into it, but he knew about it and he knew I liked it. So that was pretty cool. I'm reading, so I'm just looking at the stuff. So as I said, they don't get to live rent free in your head. Starting tomorrow, tonight, day 8, I think you'll like it because I'm going to do it a little bit. I'm doing more like affirmation type things of the things I've learned, and we'll talk about those. So we've walked away from obligations, illusions, emotional messes, and the need to explain ourselves. But today's lesson, sometimes the best revenge is disappearing from the drama entirely. You don't have to make drama where there's no drama. And choose your wars. Choose your fights if you're going to fight. There are things that maybe we should fight for sometimes. I'm all for that because there are things that need our attention, like we talked about the other day, that everybody deserves respect except a certain person that I said his name, Trump. I call him a lot of other names. And look online, people say all kinds of stuff. You know, drumped. I don't know how they pronounce it. We used to call him fuckface. So I'll be honest, fuckface. This is not made for children, so please help it. He is fuckface to me. In fact, I can't stand him so much. And you've seen a couple of my videos. I have like a short about, I decided the president was Kamala Harris, and she's there in my mind. And that said, and I also decided, you know, our presidents, he's never been president in my world. In the 3D world, absolutely. We all know it because we live in the 3D world. And this is, again, if you're not familiar with Goddard, Neville Goddard, we talk about the 3D world. The 3D world is where we live. And in fact, tonight's day 8 you'll like because we'll talk about that. That's us right here living on Earth, etc. That's 3D. The part that makes us get upset, and we have emotions that we, even Neville Goddard did, and I love it, but he talked about, you know, the rough part of being here is we have to go to the bathroom. We always will. We have certain needs and wants. We can have them all to some degree, but obviously it just reminds me of an old joke. Years ago, Michael Landis said, you know, movie stars don't go to the bathroom, right? But anyways, they do. Everybody goes to the bathroom when you're in this situation. Again, talk about that later on tonight a little more. In the next one, if I can get somebody to come to the chat, or even if I don't, because God knows I've been talking to myself for a while now. You are free. This is from Neville Goddard. You are free to rise to any level you choose. I've had many people lately telling me, you know, people who are trying to be practical. It's very interesting. I'm not walking away. Some of them are friends, and that's cool. And there are a lot of people in the world who are practical. Well, you should plan, you know, I'm at retirement age. I'm getting my retirement early. And maybe. I've had a couple of people freak out about like, oh, you got to make all your money under the books because you can't make above a certain amount with your Social Security. Well, yes, you can. It just means that you're not going to be able to, if you make more than a certain amount, they're obviously not going to give you the money. Like if you're getting whatever it is you're getting a month, you're not going to get it all if you make a certain amount above and beyond what you're supposed to make at a certain age. I have things that are breaking all around me, but that's okay. And I'll fix that. So what you do, then, I don't have to collect the Social Security forever and a day. And people are thinking, yeah, you're going to live off that. Well, I hope I don't have to live off it, just that. Secondly, I'm building my business. Again, need your help. But not even your help. I would just like, if you're buying things and you want to improve your life, I can help you with that. What's my thing, which is my thing, is to help people get somewhere. I want to get you to your, well, if you take it, some of my courses, I guarantee you'll get an extra 100 a month at least at this point as I grow and learn. My person that I've recommended, and I also have a link down there because I'm an affiliate, just so you know. My guru, I call her Arlan Hamilton, is a millionaire. She was homeless in a airport, and she became a venture capitalist, VC, and so she understands what a lot of us go through. A lot of us who have been, down to pennies or maybe minus pennies, because she's been there.